Hey, True Seekers. Today is December 12th, 2014. It is a Friday. 2 years ago on this Friday, the date was December 14th, 12, 14, 12 instead of 12, 12, 14. And on that date was the Sandy Hook school shooting. Today there is reporting of a school shooting. It should also be noted that last year on a Friday, the same Friday of the year, there was a school shooting. So now 3 years in a row, we've had a shooting on this same Friday on the calendar year. But I'm going to talk about why this one actually might not be fake. It could be fake. It might not be. I'm in a gray area right now, and I'll show you why I'm looking at this. So June of this year, just before the end of last school year, just before summer break, there was a shooting in Oregon, and it put a big grin on my face. Why? You can look this up right now. Because it was touted as the 74th school shooting since Sandy Hook. The 74th since Sandy Hook. Right away, that stood out to me because I knew that Oregon was the 33rd state, and Oregon is the only state that has a gematria of 74. The word English equals 74. The word gematria equals 74. The word Jesus equals 74. The word cross equals 74. Jesus was crucified at 33. At least so the story goes. Again, Oregon's the 33rd state. It sums to 74. The abbreviation is OR. That's 15 plus 18. 33. Some people think it's a coincidence, but not me. Not me, truth seeker. All right. Today's shooting, I'll tell you why today's shooting is curious to me. Let's first look at the gematria of the school it happened at. It happened at Rosemary Anderson. If we apply the S exception on both of these words, it sums to the larger value. Rosemary becomes 51, like the word conspiracy, and Anderson becomes 45, like the word emperor. Other words too, I just like to use those as benchmark words. If we just use S as 1, Rosemary has the gematria of 42, like meaning of life, and 3, 6. So if you sum using these rules, you get a value of 78 or 96. Both of these are curious numbers. Both of them reduced to 6. It should be noted that the word Freemason equals 96, and the ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry are 31, 32, 33. Sum those three numbers together, it sums to 96. Recently, the Michael Brown shooting, the grand jury was in deliberation for 96 days. So this school, Rosemary Anderson, you guys, I actually grew up in this neighborhood, and it is not a good neighborhood. My sister, she bought her first home in this neighborhood, and she moved out after it got filled up with bullets. They weren't even shooting at her. It was a gang shootout in her neighborhood, and her house and other houses were shot up. All this is real close to Rosemary Anderson. So what you should know is this is a neighborhood where shootings happen. The reason it's curious is because of when it happened. It happened today, the 2-year anniversary of Sandy Hook, as in same day of the week, same place in the year. The other reason it's curious is because right now there's one witness that the media is touting to the shooting, and his name is Bolden Parker. And what do you know? Parker is one of these 33 words. It was Robbie Parker who was the first parent to speak out at Sandy Hook. So I also listened to Bolden Parker with my own ears on CNN radio, and he didn't make any sense when you listen to him. He was talking about how he was there at the school, witnessed the shooting, but then later he said he didn't go to the school and didn't know anything about the school. So I don't know. I guess he could have been somebody else, but it just seems so consistent for how all these interviews are done. The same was true of this one. They had a kid on right away. I can't remember what his name was now. Pretty sure it was a 33 name, and they had him in a Fred Meyer parking lot. Fred Meyer is owned by Kroger, the nation's largest grocery store company. Kroger sums to 74 in gematria. And Fred Meyer, Fred's a 33 word, Meyer's a 66. Anyway, my point is they just like to have 33 witnesses for their 33 shooting hoaxes. And this one does fit the pattern in gematria, but still, just because of the neighborhood it happened in, because I'm familiar with this neighborhood, I'm thinking this could be a real shooting, truth seeker. The media has also pointed out that it doesn't fit the typical pattern for their shootings. For example, it happened outside the school, in the public. But then again, I haven't seen any coverage of the shooting, so whether it's a hoax or not, I am unaware. But I can tell you that in this neighborhood where this event occurred, there are shootings, unfortunately. It's not the best place to be in Portland. If you ever go to Portland, it's also just right down the street from the Moda Center, where the Portland Trailblazers play. All right, until next time, Truth Seekers, I will follow up with this story also, I should say, if any more details come out or if I'm able to reach a conclusion. So, till next time.